Right, good evening all. We're going to quickly get the draws done for the Division 1 individual knockout and the Division 2 individual knockout for this Wednesday. And then also we've got the Les Williams, the doubles, the three-a-side team knockout and the Lotus Festival Cup for the upcoming billiards season. So we're doing things a little bit differently this time in that we are doing a randomised draw through the League Republic website instead of doing a spin wheel, or instead of going to a venue and trying to get draws, because I need to get these done quite quickly. So first off, we'll do the Division 1 individual knockout, and for the first one I need to document this. So we're going to go into the matches and we'll see for this first match, for the first division individual knockout, the entrants are listed here. So we've got Adrian Hughes, Alan Sim, Andy Hill, Dan Bott, Graham Sheridan, Grant Houghton, Mark Billingsley, Mark Mitchell, Mick Fox, Oliver Kelly, Paul Lingard, Paul Middleton, Pete Randall, Rob Warne, Sean Aldrett, myself and Tom Maddox. Now because there's 17 players, there's going to be one prelim match before the last 16. So unfortunately there's two players who are going to be unlucky of having to play an extra game than anyone else potentially. So what we're going to do, I just need to document this at the same time. So click on matches and then randomly assign entrance, which is this. This might bug out a little bit. Okay. So we've got that. So literally randomly assign entrance, and we're going to do a single draw or split the draw, but it's a single draw that we're doing. We're not doing two different draws or anything. So without further ado, let me just document this as well. Under single draw, click on single draw randomly assign draw all teams. Okay, and so this is literally going to be the draw. So it's going to randomly assign that the website is. So we'll see how it comes out. So single draw, and there we go. So Oliver Kelly versus Mark Mitchell is the first match, and the winner of that will play Andy Hill. Then you got Graham Sheridan against Dan Bott. But let's do the set buys. There we go. And I can show you round 2. So Oliver Kelly or Mark Mitchell against Andy Hill, Graham Sheridan against Dan Bott, Rob Warne against Sean Aldrett, Grant Houghton versus Alan Sim, Mark Billingsley versus Paul Lingard, Eddie Hughes versus Mick Fox, myself versus Tom Maddox, and Paul Middleton versus Pete Randall. So that is the first division draw for this upcoming season. I just need to do this little document. Once drawn, tick the set blank entries as buys box and update. And drop that. Right, so, and then obviously all those matches are going to be on 1st of March. I'm just going to drop them all as 1700, just because they're all be on the single night, and all of those March the 1st done. So then, as you can see, the quarterfinal, yeah, it all filters through. So that's how we're doing it with this. So that's Division 1 done. Now Division 2. So I've got 12 entrants in this. So there'll be 4 prelim matches. So we've got Andrew Bentley, Bob Johnson, Dan Lowe, Gareth Davis, Jeff Greaves, James Halpin, Lewis Bentley, Oliver Hill, Ray Spurway, Simon Davies, Stan Meddings and Stephen Sutton. So again, we're just going to randomly assign single draw, and there we go. And set those as blank. Set the dates as Wednesday. So if you look at the next round, so you got Stan Meddings or Jeff Greaves against Andrew Bentley or Oliver Hill. Bob Johnson plays Gareth Davis. Lewis Bentley plays Simon Davis, and Stephen Sutton or Dan Lowe plays Ray Spurway or James Halpin. So that is the Division 1 and the Division 2 individual knockouts all drawn. So they're going to be on Wednesday night, Wednesday the 1st of March. I'm going to be up there from 6:30 on Wednesday. So anyone who can turn up early, great, we can get the game started. As soon as people arrive and the match can be played, we're just going to get them done straight away. And try and make the night go as quickly as possible. So now, what we then now need to do, we need to go to... You see a bit of the background of how I have to do all this now for the league website, the administration. So we're going to the billiards season, and I've done the fixtures, done the division, done the fixtures. I'll be emailing them out separately as well. But we are doing the Les Williams. So there are 17 people in here. So again, there's going to be one preliminary match. And if I bring up my schedule, I will set all this up at the same time as well. So the dates. So round 1 is actually 7th of March. So we put that as 7th of March 1930. Just do that because we can now. And then, so the 17 entrants, we have Andy Hill, Bob Johnson, Dan Lowe, Dan Peach, Grant Houghton, James Halpin, Kev Greenwood, Lee Harrington, Mark Mitchell, Neil Fairbrother, Nick Weaver, Oliver Hill, Paul Weatherer, Ray Spurway, Rob Warne, Stan Meddings and Stephen Sutton. So again, we're going to randomly assign, there'll be one prelim match. And here we go, those are done. And you see it hasn't put it as the first match that has got the match. So we'll look at round 2. And here we'll see it's put at the bottom instead. So we have Neil Fairbrother versus Paul Weatherer, Ray Spurway versus Dan Peach, James Halpin versus Kev Greenwood, Mark Mitchell versus Bob Johnson, Grant Houghton versus Andy Hill, Stephen Sutton versus Nick Weaver, Lee Harrington versus Rob Warne, and Dan Lowe are playing the winner of Stan Meddings or Oliver Hill. So I'll just put those dates in as well. So they are going to be the 28th of March. So I'll put all these into the email as well, which you'll probably see before you watch this video. Next up, Lotus Festival. So we have 9 players in here. So again, there'll be one preliminary match before we go straight into the quarterfinals. So entrants, we have A.D. Hughes, Bob Johnson, Graham Sheridan, Malcolm Warne, Neil Fairbrother, Paul Weatherer, Ray Spurway, Rob Warne and Stephen Sutton. So again, I'll set the date. The first round of these is Monday the 13th of March. So drop that in there. Randomly assign, single draw. We do that again. So there we go. So then we look at quarterfinal would be Ray Spurway versus Bob Johnson, A.D. Hughes versus Malcolm Warne, Robert Warne versus Graham Sheridan, and Stephen Sutton playing the winner of Neil Fairbrother or Paul Weatherer. So unfortunately this draw, Neil and Paul are playing each other in both the Lotus Festival and the Les Williams in the first round. Just how the draw goes, unfortunately. So second round matches, according to this, are Monday the 3rd of April. And done. There we go. So that is the Lotus Festival Cup. Now we go to the doubles, 3-a-side. 3-a-side, doubles best of 3, handicapped. We have 11 teams here, so there'll be 3 prelim matches. So we've got Andrew Bentley and Dylan Sheriff, Jim Brown and Bob Johnson, Mark Evans and Grant Houghton, Neil Fairbrother and Simon Parker, Oliver Hill and Nick Weaver, Mark Mitchell and Peter Randall, Graham and Declan Sheridan, Mark Sylvester and Paul Weatherer, Keith Smith and Stephen Sutton, Ray Spurway and Alan Williams, and Robin Malcolm Warne. So again, I'll set the dates now, and that first round match, those first rounds are actually we can move that. We don't have to put the first round in because these go straight to the quarterfinals. So what we're actually going to do is bump this straight to the second round, and that'll be 1930. So 27th of March these matches are going to be, because these are led these straight into the quarterfinals. I put round 1, round 2 for every single competition. It's only the Les Williams, I think, that actually need that extra round. So randomly assign, draw, and we'll see we've got a few in here. Update those. So then quarterfinals. In fact, we'll do the first round because we've got a few in there. So we've got Mark Sylvester and Paul Weatheritt against Keith Smith and Stephen Sutton. Neil Fairbrother and Sam Parker against Andrew Bentley and Dylan Sheriff. Mark Evans and Grant Houghton bye. Ollie Hill and Nick Weaver bye. Jim Brown and Bob Johnson bye. The Warns are bye. Ray Spillway and Alan Williams bye. And then you got Mark Mitchell and Pete Randall against Graham and Declan Sheridan. And so you look at the quarterfinals: Sylvester, Weatherer or Smith and Sutton against Fairbrother, Parker or Bentley Sheriff. You'll have Evans and Houghton versus Hill and Weaver. Brown and Johnson against the Warns. And Spillway and Williams against either Mitchell and Randall or the Sheridans. So I'll put those in now, as well as the Monday the 17th of April. There we go. Last up is the 3-a-side handicap billiards knockout. So all 14 teams that are in the season, they're in the billiards season, are automatically entered into here. And we can forego, in fact we've only got round 1 left and get onto these. So this is on Tuesday the 21st of March. Now all the rounds are on a Tuesday, but the final, which is on a Wednesday at the end of the season. It may be changed to a Tuesday, so we've got an extra week pushed in for the Summer League, which might well be the case. It depends on teams entering that, but that may be moved. Right. In fact, all the other matches are on Tuesday, so we are just going to do that because I can. Right, so we have those set. Perfect. So we're going to randomly assign the ties again with this and split draw. Done. All the interested buys. There we go. So first round matches then. We have Darrington A versus Bradley House C, Cons A versus Bradley House D, Institute A versus Cons F, Woodsies B have a bye, Darrington E have a bye, Woodsies A versus Kenny's, Billimore B versus Cons B, and Bradley House B versus Cons C. So we then look at the quarterfinals, and those are going to be on the 11th of April. Let me do that. There we go. So there we go. All the draws are done, and I will get those into an email shortly and emailed out. And you'll see, like I said, you'll probably read those before you see this video because I've got to get this uploaded. So all the best to all the competitors in all the competitions. I will see a lot of you on Wednesday for the divisional knockouts, and all the best to all the players.